this is Sims, and we are back with more Office Lovers at the end of Mr. Otori's route. Then the last part, we were about to get our best ending, so that's where we're going to start today. We'll get our best ending, and then do our good ending, and then do the date and the sequel scenario. Probably not all in the same part. Probably have to split up into two parts, but that's where we are. We're at the end. So, anyway, best ending. I want your smile. Yeah, sure, that's what you want. It had been quite a while since then. The Christmas sale was over and nothing less than a big hit. Our products were carried in magazines at a rate never before imagined. And needless to say, it kept the entire team pretty busy. Yes, about that. I was no exception. I had my work cut out for me working as a secretary still. Phew, what's next? Hey, look who's famous now! I'm sorry, my voice is like fucking wrecked right now. I don't even know what's going on. It's probably because I haven't spoken all day, so just ease into this. Oh, no, not that. She came over to me holding a magazine. I'm jealous. It's not every day you get to be in a magazine. Well, you could thank Mr. Otori for that. After he announced our relationship to the world, I got dragged into interviews too. I only thought it would be that one time, but they never stopped coming. As a result, sometimes people recognize me on the street and called out to me. It's fucking weird that the CEO of a fucking makeup company is like fucking famous. Like, that's bizarre. Maybe it's just because I don't give a shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I see you're in another magazine. Hello, Mr. Saijo. Have you read it? Most certainly. So is the entire team. That's so embarrassing. I can't do voices. I can't even do my own voice. Jesus. You shouldn't be. I think it's amazing. I don't know what's wrong. Especially the title. The beautiful and talented secretary of Mr. Otori. That just makes me sound so like his secretary. I know I am acting as a secretary. I'm sorry, executive assistant. Stop. But it's so like I'm his girlfriend too, but like I mean, I guess if you're talking about my job more than my position in his bed, I guess that's better, but still it's like I don't know why that just you're like, okay. Cut it out. I didn't get to choose the title. But it's true, you've become prettier lately. Looks at her suspicious. Don't be a bitch. Have I? They say women become more beautiful when they're in love. Oh, well, that explains why I'm a potato. Okay, I get it. Not you two. Sorry, enough of the cheesy lines from me. If I tease you too much, Mr. Otori will knock me upside the head, probably. I could see that. Jeez. When people talked about us like this, I always felt embarrassed, but happy at the same time. Later that afternoon, I was in Haruyuki's office going over his schedule. Go ahead and work out the details on your own. All right, I'll take care of it. We went over it and finished it in no time. Don't you think it's been a little too busy lately? That's a good thing. It means the company is doing better than ever before. I know, but everyone else is trying their best. You've got to as well. However, it wasn't difficult to see how tired he was just by looking at his face. I would have to make some adjustments to the schedule so we could have some time off. I'd like to spend some time with you, if you know what I mean. That again. Oh, God. That's the best. I'm sorry. Like, I'd like to spend time with you, if you know what I mean. Like, he's not just like, I mean, if you know what I mean. You want to have sex with me. And she's like, that again? Like, ugh. We've already done it like 3 times. Isn't that enough for you? Girl, what the fuck? I mean, I get it if you're like, okay, it's been like 3 times today. I have shit to do. Stop. Put it away. But like, it's been months. Or at least a month. It's been weeks. I don't know. It's been a while since Christmas. You're like, that again? Oh, is it that time of the month already? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Aren't you in love with him? Why are you being such a bitch? Oh, it's funny. This is a good route to end it on. I like this one. Anyway. It's just been so busy lately that there's always someone else in my office. And whenever there isn't, and I go to tease you, you always run off. For the umpteenth time. We're at work, you know. Unimportant. Forget that little detail. No, you need to remember it better. His face cringed. Was he exhausted lately because of lack of me? Like, I need my energy. Wow, I'm an energy drink now? Interesting. Do you want to spend time with me? Not really, I just love you for your money. Like, I missed that, I just saw the dot dot dot. I'm sorry, hold on. I have no idea what's wrong with my throat. Oh, that's a little bit better, okay. It would be a lie if I said no. But the company was on such a roll, it felt like a waste not to work as hard as I could. And to top it off, it's so busy that... He cut himself short, letting his words linger in the air. That what? Never mind. It's my fault anyway. Huh? I had no idea what he was getting at. It sounded like he was struggling to tell me something. The only thing I got from it was that his face looked so very, very sad. Since then, he hadn't spoken a word about it again. We'd been so busy lately that we barely had any time to talk about anything at all. I just can't stop thinking about it. But that didn't stop it from weighing on my mind almost constantly. I couldn't wipe the image of his sad face from my head. Ever since I've known him, he never made a face as sad as that. I wonder if I should try talking to him about it. We were lovers, after all. If he was worried about something, I wanted to know. My mind wandered off, thinking about being his lover, and my face went flush. I'm so stupid. You are, aren't you? Ah! So surprised by his voice, I almost fell out of my chair. She's a little klutzy, isn't she? You alright? Mr. Hyoga, don't scare me like that. Must have called your name half a dozen times. Huh? Really? I didn't notice. I must have been so deep in a daydream that I never heard him. Both you and Mr. Otori seem to be out of it today. Sorry, wait. Why would you say Mr. Otori? Well, just came from him. He let out a huge sigh and shook his head. The whole time I was giving him my report, he looked like he was somewhere else. Did something happen to him? I don't know. That's why I came here. Ask you. But judging by your reaction, I guess you don't know either. Sorry. It's not your fault. Anyway, do you have any ideas why? I don't know. Wait. Think of something? I don't know if it's right, but I told Mr. Hyoga about my recent conversation with Haruyuki. I see. It's been in my mind since then. Maybe something terrible happened to him. I wonder. Yes, terrible. He hasn't gotten to spend time with us. That's a terrible thing. Everyone's so depressed when they don't get to spend time with me. I mean, seriously. Like, they all chase after her like she's the only fucking woman in the office. It's kind of ridiculous. For people that tell her that she looks like a potato all the time. Just saying. You know. It's just that he's usually always smiling all the time. I've never once seen him with the face like that. For him to be sad, so sad, who knows what might have happened? That's true. I'll look into it. What do you mean? Whether it's something you just don't know or something he can't share with you. Oh. I never thought it might be something he couldn't even tell me. Don't make that face. There's bound to be some secrets, even among lovers. Like my girlfriend doesn't even know I broke up with her months ago. I mean, seriously, right? I know, but he was right. We both didn't know each other to the last detail. Obvious as that truth was, it was still a little painful to take in. If I find anything out, I'll let you know. Thank you. I'll try on my end, too. Be careful or I'll figure out you're up to something. Alright. I didn't quite like prying into his secrets. Why wouldn't you just go talk to him? Just try talking to him? But if he was so depressed over something, I wanted to know what it was. We didn't miss his birthday, so all I wanted to do was help him in some way. What I thought to do was talk to the team members who worked with him the most. Or, ask him. I mean, not that he's going to tell you, but at least you could try, and he might, and then you just save yourself all this fucking sneaking around. Maybe they'd be able to help me out somehow. So I went along with Mihiro to get something for lunch. Hey, it's pretty rare for you to invite me out to eat. Yeah, because I hate you and you suck. Sorry, were you busy? Not really. What did you want to talk about? You love me, right? No, fuck off, Mihiro. Jesus, you're worse than Ken. I just really like hating Ken. I just don't like you at all, and it makes me angry to see your fucking face. Like, Actually, there's something I want to ask you about Mr. Oteri. This is actually the least offensive he's been in all the routes. I mean, actually, he's never really offensive in the routes except until his own. He's a little clingy and needy and like, oh man, I missed out on you. And you're like, simmer down, Mahito. What the fuck? You're being weird. But it's like, okay, you're weird. And that's it. Until you get into his route, and then you're like, oh my motherfucking god, you crazy stalker, weirdo, rapey. And it just makes me hate you. It just makes me hate you. Even though in this route there's really nothing wrong with you, you're actually being a nice, decent person, but I know what's underneath. I know what's underneath that facade, you son of a bitch. Just like I know what's under Ken's facade. And everybody else's. Some of them I'm okay with. You? Never. Never forget! Now we have a, don't be a Toma! Don't be a Mahito! We have so many people to hate now! Great, awesome. Oh god, I almost popped my contact out of my eye. That's weird. Oh dear god, I'm a fail today. Oh, my contacts are falling out of my eyes, my voice is broken. Anyway. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you about Mr. Oteri. I tried to explain the situation to Mahito the best I could. Yeah, I'm surprised to hear he was like that. Is there anything you know? Even the smallest thing would help. I don't know if I can really help. He's a CEO and I'm really low on the ladder. I haven't really spoken to him much at all. I see. Were it such an easy problem to solve, I wouldn't be worrying so much. Sorry I couldn't help. No mention of him being his relative or whatever, obviously because that would ruin his path. Anyway, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But if I learn anything, I'll tell you. Now that I heard your story, I'm a little concerned myself. Thanks. I was touched by his concern. Caring about Mr. Oteri meant he cared about me too. I think more like he cares about you, and that's by default. But, whatever. You've changed. What? It's like, you've become more pretty. Keep it in your pants, Mahito. Huh? Forget I said that. He became embarrassed and hid his face, like Jesus Christ. I'm fucking the CEO. Put it away, Mahito. Just put it away. Good fucking God. Simmer the fuck down. We're not going to date you. Ever. We've had the best. We're not going to settle for the rest. I don't know. I don't know if he's the best. His route's not that bad. It's the least offensive, actually. I mean, I'm not saying everything he did wasn't, like, fucking terrible. Like, that's douchey. But compared to the rest of them, you're like, I mean... I don't know. It's sort of the least offensive. Or I'm just so desensitized after fucking Mahito that, like, anything is better. You could literally pull a Toma and put me in a cage and I'd be like, still better than Mahito. That's all I'm saying. We found someone worse than Toma. Wow. After lunch with Mahito, I went and visited Mr. Kaido. This son of a bitch. I still do miss him. Like this son of a bitch. So that's why you came to me. I explained the situation to Mr. Kaido as well. Do you have any info that would help? What makes you think a normal employee like me would know anything about him? Mahito said the same thing. But you still decided to ask. Sorry. Hold on a second. He stood up from his seat and went away. After a little while, he came back with Ken tagging along. Ken, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? We can't even talk to you like that anymore because we found someone worse than you, Ken. I've got a meeting. Oh. I heard what's happening for Mr. Kaido. Do you know anything? I was thinking maybe he's just exhausted from work. I mean, he's been busy as hell for who knows how long. That's true. He hasn't had any time off. I'm sure he's just tired. I wouldn't worry. I hope that's it. Maybe I've just been worrying too much. Anyway, I saw your article in the magazine. Oh, stop. It was great. It was good to see your interview went smoothly. Thanks. I looked at it too. Doing interviews is fine, but don't forget your main job is here. I won't. My main job is doing our boss and keeping him happy. I'm a secretary after all. Wait, is that written in your job description? It might be with him, you never know. I slumped back to my desk, no closer to an answer than I was before. In this game, I wouldn't be surprised if in your contract it was have sex with whoever wants to have sex with you, because that's the way we work in this company. Also, sexual harassment is cool. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, did I sign that contract when I started working here? I'm guessing. I could only hope that he was simply tired and needed a break. But something about that didn't seem right to me. I'll just ask the man. Mr. Oteri, I've brought the reports you wanted. Thanks. I ventured to his office to deliver some papers. Where do you want me to put them? Haruyuki... Hmm? Huh? What? These papers, where do you want them? Thanks. That was quick. He didn't seem altogether there, like he was in a daze. Mr. Oteri, can I ask you something? I put down the papers and went to his side. What is it? I stared at his face closely. Huh? It still looked like all the energy had seeped out of his face. I couldn't tell if he was listening to me or not. If you look at me like that, I'm going to want to kiss you. Just fucking kiss the man, Spacey, Jesus. The words that came out of his mouth were the same as usual, though. What's wrong? It's unusual for you to not say anything. Mr. Oteri, is there something that you have need to tell me? That you have need to tell me? Yes, but weird. Need to tell you? Are you breaking up with me? Never. No. That's right. I need you to go over next week's schedule again. Is that it? Huh? Yeah, that's it. Fine. I'll be right back. I headed back to the office to get what I needed. He was acting so strangely, but he wouldn't tell me a thing. Could it have been something he was trying to hide from me? Sorry to keep you waiting. Mr. Oteri, I'm back. Oh, sorry. It's fine. I read him back the schedule, but he only responded with tired, muttered replies. It got to the point where his behavior was starting to tick me off. You can't get mad. You're not... Oh my god. Do you have something you need to tell me? Oh yeah, blah blah. You can't just stare at him and wait for him to tell you. Be like, listen, there is something wrong and you need to tell me what it is because I can't help you if I don't know what it is, god damn it. Fucking tell me. You know, tick me off. And you're gonna storm out and not talk to him. Shake him and be like, god damn it, you're gonna fucking tell me what's wrong right now, or I will beat you. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Haruyuki, snap out of it. What? Why are you shouting all of a sudden? I moved towards him. Are you even listening to me? Of course I am. Then what is in the afternoon next Wednesday? Oh yes, meeting a client for dinner. That's on Tuesday. Wednesday is a product meeting. Yeah, I knew that. It's just a day off. Are you really paying attention? You don't have to get angry. Haruyuki... What? Are you hiding something from me? Huh? Lately you haven't been yourself at work at all. Even Mr. Hyoga noticed. It's like you're daydreaming or something. Because he wants to be with you and you want to have sex in his office with him. What kind of a girlfriend secretary are you? Jesus. You're a bad secretary. Also bad girlfriend. Like, what kind of a girlfriend are you that you're not having sex with him? Also, what kind of a secretary that you're not having sex with? You're a girlfriend slash secretary. Jesus fucking Christ, you'd be getting laid everywhere. Just saying. The man needs it. That's how this game goes. I would normally not be recommending, like, oh, just have sex with your man all the time. Just whatever he needs. Hi, your needs matter too. But in this, no, hers don't. Nothing matters but them. That's the way this game is. We're just going with the game world here. Goddamn secretary, get on your knees or something. I don't know. Like, please don't make me read that. If it's really something you can't tell me, then you don't have to. But everyone's getting worried about you. It's fine if you need to ask for help. I didn't think anyone had noticed. If you're exhausted, just tell me. I can change the schedule so you have more time off. That's why I'm here, to help you. Spacey. He stood up, reaching his arm over my head and stroked my hair. If it's caused you to worry this much, I might as well tell you. I've actually been worrying about something for a while. He looked at me with eyes that told me how serious he was. Oh, God. He's not going to talk about the marriage thing, is he? Like, you were going to pawn that off on Mahito, and now you're going to... No, we can't deal with that. In the past, there was this plan. What kind of plan? Oh, is he talking about me? No, I was like, wait, why you do this again? In order to help the company, I took advantage of a woman. You mean... He waved his arms in the air, making gestures along with his story. Okay, I was like, he is talking about me because otherwise, Jesus, how many times have you done this? I'm like, but you see, I really fell in love with that woman. I'm like, you better be talking about me or I swear to fucking God I quit. We started seeing each other and flirting as couples do. But soon she became too occupied by work and interviews for us to be together. It was my fault that she got dragged into having to do interviews, and I regret it. Oh my God. I'm gonna gag. Oh, my beautiful dove. You've flown too far away from me. That's so cheesy. Why do I like it a little? Oh, God. How long is this going to take? What? You don't like it? I only just begun. Could you give me the abridged version? With my plan, we were able to fall in love, but now both of us are too busy. I should have had you refuse interviews and just stay at my side as a secretary. Is that what you want? I'm yours and you're mine, but other people have been taking you away from me. After worrying about him so much, this felt like such a waste of time. Oh my God, she's such a bitch. There's parts when she's like being like, ugh, oh my God, get off me. It's perfect because it's like, it's finally you're standing up for yourself, sorta. Like, oh God, get away from me. Like, dude, she never does in any of the other routes. But now it's like, okay, now you need to put the attitude away and like realize that it's like, this is kind of adorable. I'm like, I mean, sure, you can roll your eyes and be like, oh my God, you're so over dramatic. But you should be laughing about it. Like, not, oh my God, you're so over dramatic. Oh my God, such a waste of time. You should be like, oh my God, you're adorable. Like, that's cute. You're ridiculous. I'm gonna laugh. Like, but like, the fact that you don't even give a shit that you can't spend time with him, like, oh my God. She's like the worst in every route. I'm not saying they're not a problem. She's also a huge problem. Because it's like, she's so many, you're like, he's basically being rapey, and you're like, whatever, I love him. What the fuck? And you say no all the time, which makes it creepy. And I get it in this sense that she is interested in them, but she's always like, no, it's embarrassing. No. Saying no all the time. Don't say no all the time if you're I'm totally in love with them, because that gives us the wrong signal. It sounds creepy and weird, right? Like, it's really weird. And it makes me feel creepy, like, because I feel like an asshole being like, shut up and take it. Because, like, that's douchey. Like, you shouldn't. But you're in love with them. Why are you saying no all the time? It's fucking weird. It's like, I'm not sure that they know how to write women. Like, at all. Because it's like, and you should be concerned if every woman you're with is always like, no. That's rapey. That's weird. But then she's in love with, like, I don't know. She's got some issues. That's why I seriously think this isn't, like, a cosmetics company. We are in a mental institution, because that's how I feel. But, like, she aggravates me sometimes. Like, sometimes she has sass back to them, and it's like, that's good. I like this. And then other times like this. Ugh, such a waste of time. He wants to be with you. Be grateful, goddammit. It's usually the reverse. It's usually women like, I haven't seen you in, like, 2 months. Yeah, whatever. I'm busy. You're fine. Oh, when you need to get laid, then you want to see me. But, like, when I just want to spend any time with you, it's like, no. Fuck you, dude. Like, and she's being the dude right now. And he's being the woman. It's like, we haven't spent time together in months. And she's like, get over it. Jesus. Like, fuck. I mean, he's being a little melodramatic, so you can laugh at him and be like, oh my God, I'm going to roll my eyes at you. But you should be happy about this. Like, it's kind of adorable in a sickening kind of way. Like, in a ridiculous. You're like, you're ridiculous, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I'm leaving. I tried to listen to his worries, but it all seemed like a joke now. Oh my God, you're such a bitch. What? Why? You said you wanted to know what I've been worried about. Do you have any idea how worried I've been over you? You were. I even went around asking everyone if they knew what your problem was. Again, she's so fucking douchey. Why are you all in love with her? I don't understand it. You know what? You guys would be better off on your own together. Just, you know what? Date each other. Like, all be gay, because she's not worth it. Sorry. I didn't know I worried you that much. Because you're a dumb fuck and didn't ask him. You could have just asked him what the problem was. Just saying. You should be mad at yourself, not him. Be like, oh, I should have just asked you what the problem was. Wasting my time. Don't act like that again. But I'm not lying when I said I was worried. There's all these nice guys around you. What are you talking about? His words and feelings seemed to be a mess. I couldn't figure out what he meant. Haruki, I know we've been busy, and haven't gotten to see each other lately, but no matter what, I'm always yours. You're the only person I have in my heart, and no one can take that part of me away. It was embarrassing just to say it, but I had to convey my feelings. It's embarrassing. Oh my God. If you say so, I'll just have to live with that. Good. So there you have it, guys. You have no chance with her. What? I was so confused that I didn't notice him looking at the door instead of at me first. I followed his gaze to the cracked open door to see familiar faces. What the fuck? Okay. What the actual fuck? What in the world are they doing here? Waiting, since before your little speech. Had they heard everything? That's a little embarrassing. I felt so embarrassed that I wanted to hide and cry. Okay, I can't blame her for being slightly embarrassed about that, because it is. Spacey. What? Oh, hi. He twisted my body towards him and kissed me on the lips. Stop it! What are you doing? Kissing you, of course. From the other side of the door came the sound of applause. Oh dear God, that's embarrassing. Funny, but... Stop! People are watching. All the better. I told you I wanted everyone to know you were mine. They already know, jeez. A little possessive. A little bit, but it's okay. This is the least offensive possessive. He kind of does it in a... I don't know why I'm like... Again, maybe it's just trauma from the other routes that I'm like, your kind of possessive is a little strange and adorable. I'm okay with it. That doesn't mean... He cut my words short with a kiss. It was on a different level than before. Wild and passionate. Your cute little face is mine. All mine. I won't let anyone else see it. Okay, that's getting creepy now. Like, come on. Let's not... Don't go there. He leaned and pushed the door shut while holding on to me. Okay, well that's fine. They'll have to pay if they want to see more. With a click, the door locked shut. They'll have to pay if they... But they can hear. That's better. Alone at last. Haruki, what about work? That can wait. It's about time we took a little break for ourselves. He squeezed me tight and kissed me again. His third kiss filled my body with a gentle warmth. It's gonna be some banging. It quickly overcame my senses to the point where I couldn't argue anymore. I'm glad we're finally alone, too. I'm sure work would become more and more hectic. With that, the time I could spend with Haruki would likely dwindle. But even so, you're all mine. My heart was firmly rooted with him. It belonged to him forever, and I was sure he felt the same way about me. Alright, so let's actually go main volume. We're going to go chapter 8. Again, we're going to skip, and we're going to try to remember what our choices were and do the opposite. I don't think it matters. I think we said all right, so we'll say not at work. It doesn't seem right to say it at work. I thought we decided it was okay as long as it's just the two of us. Yeah, but we're working here. You're so stubborn. Let me remind you that we've done all sorts of things here at work. Yeah, so we'll do probably the date and the bonus scenario in the next part, because these last chapters take a while. Jesus, bird scared the fuck out of me. I didn't realize he flew around, like, behind me. Like, don't worry about it. I think we said don't worry about it. Yeah. I guess he'll be fine. He's always busy. He probably just had something simple to take care of. That was Kentaro. That was Ken. Anyway. He's always busy. He probably just had something simple to take care of. Maybe, but it seems odd to do it now of all times. Well, it's hard to believe sometimes, but he is the CEO after all. Don't worry. Just finishing reading while I click skip because I wasn't sure if it was gonna skip. Anyway. Fuck, what did we say here? Of course not? I don't know. Are you okay? Of course not. I want to crawl into a hole and hide forever. I don't remember what we said, but I don't think it matters. Come on, cheer up. Yeah. Okay. I do like in these that there's like the best ending and then there's the good ending. There's not really any bad endings. I forgot to. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot to wear it. I can't believe it. After I went through all the trouble of getting it for you. I'm really sorry. I'll wear it from now on, so please don't be mad at me. You dummy. I'll be glad if you started wearing it, though. I am calm. I am calm! It totally doesn't look like it. He stood up and put his arms around me. Hey, wait. Be a good girl. Okay, we already read that. So breathe in, out. I was like, be a good girl and just take it. Well, that's fucked up. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I do like that there's really no bad endings. I mean, we don't need to bother saving. Okay, good ending. Only smile for me. That's almost similar. This other thing was like, I only want your smile, or whatever. So it's like anyway, very similar. But yeah, I do like that there's no bad endings, because those are always traumatic. But I mean, realistically, they're bad endings more. But I guess I kind of like it's a very simple thing to play, so it doesn't really matter what you do. You're going to get either a good ending or the best ending, and it's like, okay, you're always going to have a happy ending. So, I mean, well, cheesy if you think about it, because I mean, every game always has a good ending, but like everything doesn't always end happily. But that's why we play games. We want good endings. You know what I mean? But so I like that there's not too much. It's not like, oh my god, it's a dramatically sad ending or whatever. It's like you're gonna get a good ending. You're gonna get the best ending. They're both pretty damn fine. Like there's not really too much difference between them. They're both good endings, and so I mean, I do like that. So even though we had to go through the rapey McDouchebags to get to them, and I'm not really sure how good some of them are, but that's what we came for. Anyway, many months had passed since the project had started, and the business was booming and growing at a staggering rate. It was no surprise that all the members of the team found themselves very busy. I was pretty busy myself, and often reminisced of the days on the project. These documents are from Mr. Kaito, and this is from Mr. Hyoga, if I recall. Being involved on the project really brought some huge changes into my life, but what changed the most was, oh, how I love it, the sight of ladies working hard. Seriously? The sudden appearance of the CEO sparked whispers in the office. I was so used to it, though, that I didn't even stop working for a moment. Of course, the biggest change in my life was most certainly dating Haruyuki. Lately, he'd stopped by to visit when he had a break, even at times when I was busy. Hey, Spacey, I'm talking to you. Spacey! He put his arm around me from behind. My heart skipped a beat, but I shook his arms off of me. It's kind of funny because you're dating the CEO, but she obviously works hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen that. It's not like she, does nothing. Like, she seems to do all the fucking work. But she does work. So, but it's funny. So even though she's been a good employee, now that she's boning him, she's going to have to work 3 times harder because people are going to be like, oh, she's only blah, blah, blah because she's fucking him, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I worked my ass off, bitch. Like, fuck you. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard you worked your ass off, how many years. It's like, the second you started fucking the CEO, everyone's like, oh, she just does nothing, blah, blah. And it's like, she's going to have to work 3 times harder, and people are still going to, like, you know what I mean? Like, that sucks. Like, can I just quit? So when we get married, can I just quit and you support me because it's stupid? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Anyway, my heart skipped a beat, but I shook his arms off of me. Stop, just embrace him. I heard you the first time. You look busy. Shall I lend a hand? Mr. Odori, what did you really come here for? She's such a bitch to him. Like, I get you're busy, but God, stop being such a bitch. This poor man. Why am I'm siding with a man? The douchey manfolk here, but he, again, least offensive, kind of. Again, I could be desensitized to everything, but but she's so, like, there's some that you need to be bitchy and douchey with, and she's, like, totally like, oh, whatever, a doormat. With him, she's being a bitch, and it's like, I'm gonna need you to sort out your fucking priorities here, girl. Like, really, Mahito? You were like, I'm so worried about you. Oh, dear God. You know what? It's because you're not rapey enough. That now she's got an attitude. You didn't just, like, beat that out of her and beat her into submission like everyone else did. The fuck is wrong with you, dude? Don't be decent. Like, I mean, again, he did a lot of undecent things, but still he's one of the least offensive ones. I don't know why. Anyway. Mr. Audrey, what did you really come here for? What do you mean? I came here to visit you, of course. I wish you wouldn't. No, you don't like seeing my face. I mean, the poor man. More than I want to admit. And then who cares about a little visit? We're both doing our jobs properly. Very well, I might add. He tried to hug me from behind yet again. Yeah, but there's people around. It's like she's embarrassed by him. That's not how it feels, and it makes me ashamed to be her. Like, I glanced around me and saw other employees staring this way. I mean, I understand the like, oh my god, you need to keep it in check at work. Stop. But like, oh my god, don't touch me. It's like you're embarrassed to be dating him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... Oh, what a bunch of lovebirds. Yeah, Mr. Otry isn't ashamed to do that in front of anybody. See, they think it's cute. Date one of them, honey. Just go. Leave us and date one of them. I could herd. I could herd. Wow. Wow. Translation fail. Anyway, I could hear mixed whispers coming from all around. Or I heard mixed whispers. There's two different ways to say it. You don't put them together. Like, and if Mr. Hyoga sees us, he's gonna yell at you again. Yeah, about that. I think it might be too late anyway. Huh? I followed his gaze to see Mr. Hyoga marching toward us, looking absolutely disgusted. Kind of like he's like the voice of reason. Like, but the angry, grouchy one. Like, he's like the Oscar the Grouch voice of reason. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, Mr. Otry, what do you think you're doing here? Can't you see? I'm healing my heart. He stopped dead in his tracks. You little... I think it's funny. It's like Mr. Hyoga is the CEO. He's like keeping the CEO in check. It's like, you know what it is? I seriously feel like if you just like take it back, like, he's like, fucking Mr. Oturi is like the fucking like 10-year-old, like Richie Rich kid, like, I'm in charge of everything, and he's like, I'm your fucking guardian, you have to make sure that you're doing shit right, stop being a jackass, and he like, it's like, why are you trying to like, carousel this fucking grown-ass man? It's just so funny. I like this. This route amuses me, and I'm glad we did this one last, because we'll end this game on a, you know, she's an obnoxious pain in my fucking ass, but this route wasn't bad, and we'll be okay. What's the matter? We're dating, so it's alright. I mean, you sexually harassed me into dating you, kind of, but whatever. Don't forget where you are. Even if you're free, she's not. Look how busy she is. Not to mention how bad an impression you leave as the CEO with your hands all over an employee. That's right, Mr. Hyoga. You tell him! Girl! No, it's because I'm the CEO that I can do things like this. Again, I know we're dating, but take that out of context. Just because you're the CEO doesn't mean you get to put your hands all over employees. That's, like, the wrong... Wow. Oh, I think I've broken, and now I'm fucking amused by the fucking retardedness in this game. Like, just like how wrong every one of them is. Like, just, I can touch her because I'm the CEO. No, it doesn't work that way. Let's just forget about sexual harassment. Let's not. Like, what the fuck? Oh, I love it. Oh, this game has broken me that I find this amusing now. Anyway. Haruyuki tried to overrule his argument by abusing his own power. It wasn't the first time something like this happened. I'm getting all my work done just fine. You should know that. Just because you do your work doesn't give you permission to do whatever you want. He has a point there. What? Are you taking his side? No, I'm not taking sides here, just stating the facts. You should just be firm and tell him the truth. Huh? He's getting in the way of your work. I've said it over and over and it doesn't work on him. We're lovers. I know her true feelings even if she says something completely different. Like, again, I'm really busy. No, you're fine. No, I mean, I'm really busy. No, you're fine. Alright. Like, she says I get in the way, but is secretly happy inside. That's just some convenient excuse you believe in yourself, right? I felt kind of pitiful not being able to back Mr. Oturi up, even though what he said was true. Oh, well, look at the time. I've got an appointment, so I better go. Bye now. I'm not done talking to you. Mr. Oturi scampered out of the office, completely ignoring his shouting. Jeez. Mr. Hyoga sure had his hands full. Are you doing anything for lunch? Me? No, not really. You should be going to lunch with your boyfriend, but... something I want to talk to you about. Is that alright? Sure. I wondered what all this was about. With you there's only one thing I ever need to talk about. Mr. Hotori, with you, there's only one thing I ever need to talk about. I figured as much. We come to a nearby restaurant to talk over lunch. But I want to say one thing first. Excuse me, can I place an order?
Mihiro, wait, I'm not ready yet.
Do you come here often, Mr. Saijo?
Often enough. I recommend the...
Why did you all have to come anyway? Real Spacey is actually laughing. It's kind of funny. It had been my fault for picking a seat visible from the window. While I was waiting here for Mr. Hyoga, the others saw me as they passed by. Before I knew it, this happened. It's like they all fucking love you. Like, this is the funniest route because we know that they're all in love with her, but most of the time, but this is like they're all like in love with me and like we have to protect you. And it's like, it's kind of like, if this was your first experience into the game, like your first route, you'd be like, okay, it's not that bad. Like, they're all in love with her, and they're all kind of overprotective, and it's a little weird. And, okay, there's a little bit of the weird, like, telling me I look like a potato, and blah, blah, blah. And then, wow, you're starting looking way more pretty now. And it's like, that's a little douchey. But, okay, whatever. Fine. I get what you're trying to say. We'll just forgive it. And then you would literally go into, you'd be like, wow, Mr. Audrey did some kind of douchey things. And then you go in the other routes, and you're like, what the fuck happened? Because, like, this one is, I seriously feel like one of the least offensive. But again, it could just be because I did it last. And I've just got my tolerance for debauchery and douchebaggery, like, up so high that I'm like, nothing phases me now? I don't know. But they actually all, aside from telling us we look like a potato, and now you're looking pretty, and, like, you've changed. You start to look pretty now. What the fuck? Aside from, like, weird comments like that, they're actually all, like, protective, and they look out for her, and they keep chasing after her when she runs away, and, like, you're actually not all bad human beings. And then you go down the routes, and you're like, yeah, you quite know. You are. Wow. This is, like, the redeeming factor. Like, okay, we had your douchey routes, and you're all assholes, but you've got some points back. Except for Mahiro, you're still in the fucking negative, you asshole. Why can't... This is why you don't date Mahiro, because when you're not dating him, he's fine. I mean, he's a little weird. And we're like, it's too bad I couldn't be with you. Well, put it away, creepy. Don't stop trying to hump my leg. Like, we need to get you fixed. But it's still okay and acceptable. Just don't ever go down his route. Just pretend you didn't watch that. Just erase time and don't watch it. Anyway, before I knew it, this happened. Sorry, I said it was okay if they sat down. No, it's not your fault.
It's been a while since we all sat down to eat.
And poor Mr. Otori is like, the fuck? Oh, well. So what did you want to talk to me about? Oh, yeah. It's about his recent behavior around you. I'd like you to make him stop. Well, I don't think I can help you with that. Besides, even if I asked him to stop, he wouldn't listen. I mean, that's kind of rude. Like, your boyfriend's like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. Wow. Okay. Really demeaning, but... You don't know about that? I'm sure he would if you asked. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I'll find his weak point and use it against him. I'm pretty fucking sure you all have the same weak point, and it's just I have to get naked. That's all I'm saying.
Couldn't you have phrased that in a better way?
Well, he's got the right idea. Think of it as helping the company out. He bugs you too much. However, he's not slacking off on his job at all. That makes it hard for me to say anything to him. It seemed to me he's yelled at him plenty already. So, you think you can do it? I'll try. Thanks. It'll be a relief for me, too, if you stop flirting with me with people around.
So how are things going with you two anyway?
I never see him, and I'm kind of mean to him, and I roll my eyes at him when he actually says nice things to me, and I tell him he's embarrassing and not to say lovey things to me. So, I'm a bitch, and I don't know why he's dating me. Basically. Seriously. Huh?
From what I hear, I guess you two are getting along just fine.
I guess so. We seem pretty normal to me. I have no frame of reference. So. Normal, huh? What? Come on, guys. What? Some of them let out a dejected sigh. There's been some rumors. Another? I'm sick and tired of them. You need a new job.
Hey, it's more like eyewitness stories than anything else.
Like you were walking to work together holding hands. So?
And you were feeding him by hand. And that time you cut your finger, but he carried you to the infirmary for no reason.
Ugh. all that had really happened. I thought I'd never hear about those again. I felt so embarrassed I wanted to hide somewhere and cry. That's fucking hilarious. Like, I cut my finger and he cared. Yes, I told him not to do that. And I was feeding him and holding it. I am allowed to hold my boyfriend's hand. What the actual fuck, people? So what part of that is normal? Holding hands is normal. Feeding your lover is... I mean, I guess some people do that. I don't think I've ever done that. Or had it done to me. So maybe that's not quite normal. But I guess some people could do that. So, I mean, that's... Picking me up and carrying me to the infirmary is not normal. But overly romantic. And you know what? He's just weird. So... It's all Haruyuki's fault for doing... So you call him by his first name now. I mean, we're having sex, so yeah, it's really weird to scream out Mr. Otori. Like, I mean... I'm just saying. She should say that. I screwed up. Up until now, I tried so hard to call him Mr. Otori around anyone else. You two are so cheesy. Yeah, that's what love is. It's cheesy, and it makes other people want to vomit. Ugh. Cut it out. Any more and she'll break down. Oh, we just wanted to tease her a little bit. Oh, well. It seemed like whenever Haruyuki's name came up, I ended up embarrassed like this every time. Well, yeah, because you're trying to do your job with your teammates, and all they want to talk about is the fact that you're fucking the CEO. But you know what it is? We just want graphic details so we can imagine it's us having sex with you. That's a weird, creepy part that's underlying that you don't know about. She doesn't know, though. We know. We're almost out of time. Hurry up and finish eating. All right. After we finished and went back to the office, I decided to have a little talk with Haruyuki. I wanted to confirm the schedule, so I went to his office. Excuse me. He was busy staring down at some documents when I walked in. I swear to God, in my brain read that as donuts, and I was like, nope, it says documents, Spacey, not donuts. Welcome. With his eyes still on the papers, he moved towards me. Mr. Otori, I didn't know you were working right now. It's fine. I've already looked at these once already. I just wanted to double check something. Oh. So, what brings you here? I wanted to talk about next week's meetings. Oh, you came for work? Well, yes. Why else would I come here? Because you can have sex with your boyfriend in the CEO's office. That's why you go there. I probably wouldn't be able to do that, but this is a game, so yes, we can. Yes, we can. I don't know. You got lonely and wanted to see me? That would also be cute. I don't think so. I just saw you before lunch anyway. And that's true. My God, I mean, he's a little needy, but it's... I guess it could get annoying after a while. But I find it kind of adorable. Maybe that's just because nobody gives a shit that I exist. Like, you know what I mean? Like... Or actually, there probably are people that, like, there are people at work that, like, talk to me and I'm like, why? Please don't talk to me. I just don't want to talk to anybody. Like, I don't want to be social today, and now I have to be social. Like, so. It's really me. It's the, like, the resting bitch face that I have all the time. I know. And everyone at work doesn't believe me. Oh, yeah, you're an introverted and don't like people. No, this is an act I put on when I walk into work. And I'm like, I want to kill everyone. I hate you all. Like, I don't hate everyone. I just don't like people in general. Like, I like being in my little bubble alone. Like, I'm fine not having people to talk to. I'm fine. That's why I do this. I talk to you by not talking to you, really. It's indirect communication. See, it's fine. I can do that. I don't know. He slumped his shoulders, looking all depressed. Can I continue now? Okay. And these papers are for the meetings. Can you make sure they're all okay? I put my hand out to give him the papers, but instead he grabbed my arm. Wait! He tugged me towards him and put his arm around me. Oh, that one. That's for Kaido's and Saijo's new product, isn't it? He glanced at the materials with his free arm wrapped around me. His lips were so close to my face I could feel his breath. There was no way I could stop myself from getting a little excited. And these are fine. I'll let them know they can use it as it is. He whispered quietly into my ear. Fine, I got it, so let go. He was only holding me with one arm, so I was able to squirm my way out of it. You're no fun. Mr. Otori, no, Haruyuki, we need to talk. I decided to confront him about his behavior once and for all. Uh-oh. This sounds dangerous. This is important. Try to be serious. All right, let's sit down first. He noticed I wasn't joking around and would take me seriously. Maybe. Haruki, I wanted to talk to you about this for some time now. Yeah? What? I think you've gone a little too far lately. With what? Well, flirting with me. Ah, that. To be honest, it's troubling. People tease me and shoot nasty looks my way. I see. So what do you want from me? I want you to stop doing that while we're at work. I'm busy too. I know you'd agree that work should get 100% of my attention. I don't care what you do as long as it's in private. I like it, in fact. He stared blankly at the ceiling as if thinking about something. Haruki, got it. I'll try to behave at work. Huh? I was blown away that he would agree so easily. I told you before, I'm yours and you're mine. If I'm doing something that really bothers you, of course I'll stop. Because, well, I love you. Haruki, besides, I'm sure Mr. Hyoga put you up to this. What? Why? It's pretty obvious. Why else bring it up now? He got me. I couldn't fool him even if I wanted to. So, since I do owe him one for all the trouble I caused before, I'll do as you ask. Thank you. With that out of the way, hopefully there wouldn't be any problems from now on. Right now, you're in private though, so. Oh. From then on, Haruki never came to visit me. Although that meant I was able to just fly through work with no distractions, it did feel a bit lonely at times. Mr. Otori hasn't stopped by lately. Did you two get in a fight? Huh? No. What? You two taking a break in your relationship? No, it's nothing like that. What they didn't know was that when we finally got together after work, it got wild. I love that! It got wild. It's kind of a bummer he doesn't come around anymore. Why is that? I don't know. It kind of became a daily event. That's not the type of thing people look forward to usually. At first it was kind of embarrassing, but as I got used to it, it was kind of cute. Me too. God, I wish I had a boyfriend too. I had no idea. Honestly, their opinion surprised me. I didn't think anyone would see us like that. Spacey, still nothing? Hello, Mr. Hyoga. I know he hasn't come today either. Oh, all right. Mr. Hyoga had come by checking daily to see if a particular visitor had been bothering me. So fun. Sounds like we have a stalker and we're sleeping with him. I would have known he could control himself like this. You're so harsh on him. And actually, it's nice because now he doesn't come see me, so after work it gets wild. I fucking love that. Sometimes the things that came out of his mouth were cruel even. Well then, no reason for me to stick around. He left the office, passing by Mr. Saijo and Mr. Kaido had left the office, passing by Mr. Saijo and Mr. Kaido headed my way. Hey! You two coming together can only mean one thing. Yep, I brought the documents for today. They handed me some papers. The usual, please. Okay, I'll see if I can get them done right away. I'll find Mr. Otori. I made towards his office, but suddenly Mr. Saijo grabbed me by the arm. Is there something else, Mr. Saijo? I just wanted to ask you, how is Mr. Otori? What do you mean? I wasn't sure how to respond to his question. We just asked her the same thing! Really? Yeah, if they got in a fight or talking or taking a break or something. I told you we weren't already. I heard he doesn't stop by here anymore. That's true, but does that mean we have a chance now? Huh? Yeah, I think it might be the opening we've been waiting for. What? Not you two! God damn it! Closed for business! Stop it! It's fucking hilarious, though. They were quickly getting out of hand. Yeah, the amount of sexual harassment in this office is abundantly, it's just fucking insane. You know, for the longest time, Okay, stop! I've heard enough of that! What? When did you get here? Before I knew what was going on, Haruki came up from behind and hugged me. What the? He placed a kiss on my confused face. His lips pushed tightly onto mine. The kiss was so fierce that I couldn't breathe. He didn't stop until he was fully satisfied. It felt like an eternity. And there's like other people in the office like, even for a while after he stopped, my brain felt fuzzy. Don't you get it, you now? I won't hand her over to anybody. I feel like Mr. Kaido was purposely, for a while now I've loved you. Um, Mr. Otori, if this sort of thing happens again, then you'll make me angry. Mr. Kaido and Mr. Saijo were at a loss for words. Haruyuki had such a serious expression that it bordered on frightening. Let's get out of here. Huh? He took me by the hand and led me out of the office. It was his own office that he led me to. Jeez, I can't look away for one moment around those guys. Oh no. I finally snapped out of my daze and suddenly my embarrassment caught up to me. What were you thinking? Since I'd known him, he had done all sorts of crazy things to me. Not gonna lie about that. But never had he kissed me like that in front of people. I'll never be able to go back there. Good. You can stay with me then. He gently pulled me close and wrapped his arms around me. Why'd you go and do that? I tried to squirm away, but his arms were fast around me. Why do you think? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I didn't like it. Like what? That the others were so interested in you. That doesn't give you an excuse to kiss me in front of everybody. Well, it shows them that you're mine. You didn't have to. I had to. They have to know you were mine. Your lips, your skin, your everything. He cradled my cheek and stroked his finger across my lips. But that doesn't give you the right to break your promise to me. I'd almost given in to his temptations. Luckily, I snapped out of it at the last moment. Promise? Oh, yes. The one about not touching you at work. Yes, that one. You were doing so well and then did something as outrageous as that. I couldn't control myself. Learn how to. I can't. It's useless for me to try when you're such a beautiful woman. That's embarrassing just to hear it. Anyway, I'm going back to work. I lunged toward the door, but his hand grasped my arm and pulled me back. Let me go. I thought you could never go back there. He snapped me backwards, holding around my waist from behind. Haruyuki, not today. I won't let you escape. You have to. I've got work to do. Work can wait for another day. Hey, stop. His lips rained down upon my neck. I learned something today. Holding back isn't healthy for me. Fucking hilarious. Well, I'm not you. No, you aren't. If you were, you know how hard it is to control myself around you. You're making me look like the bad guy here. You are. Look at what you've done to me. I'm crazy for you. He frantically kissed my lips. At the same time, his hand went to my shirt and pulled it up. Wait! Held in place by his tight embrace, I uselessly struggled to stop him. Unable to resist, I gave way to the warmth of his lips and his hand over my skin. You're always so forceful. Yeah, the more you resist, the more fun it is for me. That's a little creepy and rapey, but, I mean, let's just pretend these are bedroom games that you play and not how creepy that actually came out. His hand worked up and down my body, gliding against my bare skin. What if I don't resist? Then I'll do as I please. But you will either way. That's right. Either way, what I want is the same. He kissed me gently. When he held me like this, I felt safe and secure, wrapped up in his warm embrace. I love you, more than anyone in the world. That he was able to clearly express his feelings astonished me. I couldn't do it. I was too shy. I didn't have the courage to say it. Maybe someday. Someday I would tell him how much he meant to me and how much I loved him. I won't let anyone else have you. You're mine, and I'm yours. How soon would the day come where I could tell him I wanted to be with him forever? Girl. All endings unlocked! I like how the all endings unlocked achievement is fucking Ken's face. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to wrap that up. I'll wrap this part up here. And in the next part, we'll do the sequel and the date scenario. And that'll be the last part of this game. So, wow. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up. And subscribe to see more.